Hey guys, it's with Notebooks and Coffee Nicks coming at you with another video. Today is the highly anticipated, at least for me anyway, Hobonichi 2018 unboxing. Now I'm using a different camera today because mine was out of batteries and I really just wanted to open this package, okay? But that meant that the audio was a little bit off, so I am going over this afterwards. So sorry if it's a little bit off, but I hope that I can give you guys the same kind of information. I also wanted to let you guys know that since a lot of people, if you're like me, binge watch these types of videos, then you will know that a lot of people just kind of end up talking about a lot of the same things in their videos, and so I'm going to go super in-depth in this video, but for those of you who don't want to hear some parts of it, in the description I will be talking about specific things, and I will have timestamps for everything. So if you want to skip over something, just go down there and find the next bit that you would like to view and just click on it and it should take you right to that next bit. And if any of it's broken, let me know in the comments and I will make sure to fix it. So with that being said, let's actually show you guys the box this year, which happens to be yellow. So if I'm not mistaken, it went blue for 2016, pink for 2017, which I have, and yellow for 2018. I was really happy that this year my box didn't get schmucked because last year it got like completely dented in on one side, but I'm going to kind of break it out because it's in there pretty tight in the white bag, so just give me a moment to take that and I will be right back. Okay, so that took a little bit longer. I actually had to cut it out of the white bag, but there is the box itself. So this, I believe, is kind of just the regular size box because I've seen some really tiny baby boxes that are so cute, but unfortunately I don't have one of those to show you guys today. So also you get these life books when you just cut inside of the bag. They've just put the life books in there. So for some people, I guess if you're probably staying within Japan, they'll be in Japanese, but for me at least, because I'm overseas, I got mine in English, which is nice because then I have the ones that come with the planners in Japanese as well. So I have both languages. So the first page, which I'm just trying to get to focus here, is just all of these different, the little girl character from the August announcement videos. She's just talking about her notebook and her Hobonichi, saying like, I'm gonna make this thing my own, like I want to show it to other people, but I also, you know, I want to keep it private, which I feel like a lot of us can totally relate to, and it just kind of provides some basic information. So I feel like for somebody who's like asking you about Hobonichi, if you have these little life books on you, it would probably be really cute to show like maybe your friend or family member to be like, yeah, like this is kind of a little example of the notebook that I really enjoy using. Probably the most popular part of these little books is when you open them up and you get to see all these cute little characters, and what they're saying is how they use their Hobonichi. So Santa uses his for finances, and there's an alien, and then there's a girl who just like smears what she eats on her pages, which is hilarious, but I wouldn't recommend it as an idea. So that's just the first kind of life book, which I find super charming and adorable. And then we're going to move directly into the other one, which is kind of more like, yeah, like this is the poem that I've seen it on the website before, pretty sure you guys have as well. This really shows the features of the planner that you are about to see or receive yourself. And so for people, again, who don't know much about the Hobonichi, or for people who don't speak Japanese and they bought a Japanese planner, this would be ridiculously useful for them to just kind of understand what all of the different symbols mean that they don't know about. So feel free to use this as much as you want when you get yours. And then also this is the page that people are super interested in, which is the kind of sales, like the direct kind of upward incline about, you know, how we've been able to make Hobonichi such a big thing, and I'm really actually proud of the company. That's also Shigesato Itoi, who's the creator of Earthbound / Mother 2 and the Hobonichi, which I think is hilarious as somebody who loves both of those things, but I will kind of spoil that for you. I don't have a Mother 2 cover this year, sadly. But this is the quote. It says, "Don't just reach for a bandage. 365 days is plenty of time to fix things up right." From Safety March's Fireside Chat. Sorry, and that's it in Japanese as well. So for people who are new, usually they only do it in Japanese and you have to go to the Facebook groups to find it out, but this year they did it. So now I'm going to have the moment of truth. I'm going to rip this off and see everything that I got, and there it is. So the first thing that I got this year is obviously for people who would kind of recognize it, the Hydrangea cover for the A6, which I know is really popular, and I'm absolutely in love with it. So just taking that out of the box, and I'm going to just show you, there's the inside cover, which is a little bit muted because the cover on cover is kind of stuck to it. So I'm going to just take off the plastic so that you get less of a glare, and it's way easier to see maybe what the colors look like in normal lighting instead of the kind of Hobonichi really bright lights. So it's a little bit different seeing it in person, but I am still absolutely in love with it. So just quickly, this is the kind of regular cover on cover. You can see there's a space to open the back. It's kind of a Ziploc zipper, and that's the only cover on cover that has that, at least to my knowledge of this year's covers. I'm not going to be using it, but it came with my Hydrangea cover. I just wanted to quickly show it for maybe some people who are thinking about ordering one or have one coming and wanted to see it. So there it is. And this is the opened Hydrangea cover, which I think is so beautiful. It is a very light kind of muted sky blue and a salmon pink on the inside, which is absolutely gorgeous to me, and I'm so excited and I'm really happy with my decision. It just has the kind of regular bookmark, so if you're looking for like the special ones that like the Steiff has, it doesn't have that. This is just kind of the regular nylon colors cover, which is just the regular Hobonichi brand. And it also says Nandemo nai himereto, which means in Japanese, very merry unbirthday to you, or kind of something to that extent. They're kind of hidden throughout the covers, so it's a little bit of kind of just fun thing to see if yours has it. They also just come with this little life booklet thing, which I'm sure many of you have seen before. So that is the Hydrangea cover. I believe it's out of stock, but depending on when you view this video, it's going to be back in stock on October 5th. So you should be able to grab yourself one of these before they go out of stock. The next thing I want to talk about is the Tokyo cover on cover, and this was actually about to go out of stock. I was going to place my order later, but this thing only had like 6 of them left, and so I absolutely booked it to check out, and I'm so lucky that I got one, and I'm pretty sure they will be back in stock soon, so if you want one, don't worry. But this is the Tokyo cover on cover for the A6 size. For people who are familiar with Tokyo, you'll be able to recognize a lot of things around here, like Shinjuku, Shibuya, there's like the Tokyo Tower close to the back, and just kind of all these things that really remind me of the city, which is a place that I miss a lot. So it was kind of nostalgic for me, and so I decided that I really needed to have this, and I figured it would go really nice with the Hydrangea cover, and I'm about to put it on, so let's see how it actually all looks put together. And with the magic of video editing, we can see everything kind of put together. I was worried about the yellow lines because I didn't actually know they existed when I first bought the cover on cover, because I did not do my research in that regard, but I think the aesthetic of all of the colors, at least for this cover going together, are beautiful, so I'm very happy. The next thing I want to talk about is the clear cover on cover for the Weeks. So I am a first time Weeks user, so I'm really excited to see how the Weeks works out for me along with my A6. And I wanted to protect my pattern because I know you can get pattern cover on covers for the Weeks as well, but my pattern this year that I chose, I really think doesn't need anything else on top of it, and so I just got a clear one, and I wanted the extra pockets and I wanted to protect it. So there's that. Moving on directly to the next thing, we're going to take a look at the Shitajikis, which I thought I needed and then didn't think I needed and then thought I needed them, so I just added them to my cart. I've got one for the Weeks and I've got one for the A6. So for people who don't know, Shitajiki is just kind of like pencil board, and they're just thin plastic and you can put them in between your pages, so if your Hobonichi bulks up, then everything is completely okay and you can still write and it won't get all sloppy and messy. So I don't have one for my A6 right now, and I was wishing that I had one for my A6, so I might actually start using this one sooner, but I'm really happy that I have both of these, and I'm excited to be able to use them in 2018, which is coming up soon, which feels insane, especially now that I'm making this video. So this is what one looks like without the plastic. The specific one is the A6. Just for people who want to see it, there's a ruler on the side, and usually the color that is on the today is on the back, but this year they've changed it, and so it's just brown on both sides and blue on the top and on the little logo. Regardless, I still enjoy the color combination for this year. I prefer it to the kind of green and yellow of last year, but I'm good with whatever, honestly. I'm just happy that I can actually write in a bulky Hobonichi, which is a good thing to have. And now for the Hobonichi itself. I went with the Monday start just because I've been used to it with the cousin and I really enjoy it, but there is a Sunday start option available. There's also a English version available of this planner, but I'm going to take it out of the plastic for you guys, and let's dive into it. Also, just really quickly again, you do get a life book with the planners that you purchase, and so since this planner is in Japanese, you get it in Japanese. I'm happy I now have one in both languages, so that's really nice. But here is the planner all unboxed and ready to go. I just want to go into it really quickly and just kind of look through it for some people who haven't seen it before. This is my first time with a full year book. I've been using Avex all through 2017 in cousin and regular size, and so feeling this book, it felt a little bit heavy, but I'm super excited because I don't like splitting the book up half the year to have to rewrite all of my like birthday pages and stuff like that. In the 4-month on 2 spread, this spread is where I usually put all of my long-term events, and I just felt having to switch halfway through the year and rewrite those all down was just kind of annoying to me. But on the first page you have 3 years on 2 pages, the smaller ones being 2017, 2019, and the big one being 2018 for the year that you are using the Hobonichi. At least most people will. Then again, briefly, we have 4 months on 2 pages, which actually starts in December of 2017. For people who don't know, you can actually start using your Hobonichis in December. I don't know if I will be taking part in that just because I have one right now that I want to finish up. But this is the monthly spread, which I absolutely adore. This is one of my favorite things about the Hobonichi is just their simplistic but really cute and functional monthly spreads. So I get so much use out of these, and if you watch my Plan With Me videos, you probably already know this. Now, this is the meat of the planner, which is the daily pages. If you have the Japanese version, they will come in, each month will be a different color. If you have the English version, they will just all be in black, but the quotes will be in English. So there's a little bit of a difference there. The grid size is also kind of, I think, like one, I want to say pixel, but I know it's not pixel, but it's a little bit bigger, just for people who might be swapping over this year and don't know. Then at the back, you've got some just extra pages like graphs. I know last year there was a map of Japan, but I think they swapped that out. There's a My 100 list, which I'm not quite sure how to use yet, but people will do like 100 movies, 100 books they've read or watched this coming year, just kind of keep track, keep themselves accountable. This is kind of the Japanese thing. All of this is in Japanese, but if you have the English planner, it will be in English. There's a stretching thing that they put in this year. There's all these different pages that are just really fun to go through at the back. And then at the very, very back, you have your personal information and some addresses. But that is the basis of the book. But for people who don't already know, you also get some freebies when you order through Hobonichi. You get, this year you get meal decider dice. Last year we got a cute little toast plate, which I did absolutely nothing with, to be quite frank. I'm not really sure what I'll do with the meal decider dice, but I feel like I'll use them a couple times just for laughs. And then every year you get, it's a uni ballpoint pen. I think it's a Jetstream, and it's just a Hobonichi, and it comes in a different color every single year. My blue pen broke in May of 2017, so I don't have one to show you, but I'm happy because this year I have 2 pens. You get a pen for every Hobonichi you buy in any size, and then for the cousin and the regular size, you also get the meal decider dice. See, the cousin, you don't have the dice with it. And now for the one thing that I am brand new with and I'm super excited for is the Hobonichi weeks. I've only seen these in like the loft stores in Japan, but I've never actually had one for my very own until now, so I'm hoping it works out. But I'm just going to quickly unpackage this so we can take a closer look at it. And here it is. So for people who don't know, this is the bow and tie collection in the Hedgehog edition. You can see the 2018 there. And it feels like a tie. So if you have a tie in your house and you want to know what it feels like, it pretty much feels exactly like a tie. So it's very soft and very nice, but I was also worried that if I spilled something on it, it was going to get absolutely wrecked. So that's why I bought the cover on cover, which we will look at again in a moment. I got one tumbling hedgehog. I was just happy. I just wanted one, and you can kind of see him from the front. He's a little bit half on half. The spine in the front, but I'm not picky. I know some people are, but I was really happy with this. So I got lucky, I guess. And looking on the inside, it just says like Hobo all over it, and then you're going to be looking into a lot of kind of similarly placed spreads of the A6, like the 3 years on 2 pages, and then going into the weeks only, which is a year on 2 pages, which is just like every single day has a tiny area, and then the monthly spread, which is pretty much the same thing as the A6 size, but it is just in a week's setup. So if you're familiar, then it's good. And then this is kind of the meat of the weeks, which is every single week split up into 7 little boxes, and then on the right side is completely like memo page, and that's it. So for people who are looking for something a little bit different, I think I would recommend the weeks. You still get your 2 little notebooks, and then on top of that, when you get to the back, you get, I think it's 72 pages of memo space, or if you're going for the mega weeks, it's going to be 3 times that much, and that comes out on November 1st. But that is my Hedgehog weeks, and now I'm going to put the cover on top of this and see how it fits. So here is the weeks with the cover on top of it. I fit mine pretty easily. It was pretty easy to put on. It's got some little flaps for page holders. It's got some extra pockets because the weeks don't really have any. It's got a pen loop, which seems like it might take some training, but I can get it to work. And I am very happy with it. But you also, I forgot to mention, with the weeks, you get this pocket, which you can use with the weeks. With the cover on cover, you have some pockets though, so it's a little bit less useful, but for people who want to use it without the cover on cover, it's like a sticker that you put in either the kind of front or the back, and you can hold stickers. You can hold the railway map, which I'm about to talk about, and just really anything. But segueing directly into the railway map, this is a laminated railway map of Japan, which I believe you only get with the weeks, or you can buy it separately on the store if you really are in need of one. And it is just a railway map of Japan, which is just really adorable to me because I can see all of my old routes to school and stuff like that, which made me really happy to kind of revisit and see what I remember. But that's just a cute little freebie that comes with the weeks. So now that you can see I have an empty box, I'm just kind of refilling it with different goodies. I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to put directly back into the box until 2018. I want to leave my covers and I want to leave my weeks just to kind of make it a special 2018 thing. But I also just kind of wanted to recap and say that I'm really happy with all of these things, and I think that they are perfect for 2018. But that's kind of it for today's video. So if you enjoyed, please hit that like button or that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. I post videos once a week, and a lot of them are about planning our Hobonichi. So if that's up your alley, consider subscribing. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a really great planning year in 2018, and I'll see you in the next video.